Yeah, Greg. Joe Woods was talking earlier today about the three corners and how he feels really good about how you guys can handle, like the Bengals receiving core, for example, the three guys. Just how do you feel like how you guys have gelled and what you can do going forward with you and Denzel and Grady?
Yeah, I think we gelled pretty well. Obviously, Greedy being the third guy who had to play a lot of special teams and until someone were to go down or something like that, he can go start and be corner one or two on pretty much any other team in the league. So to have a trio like us is just great. We all support each other. At the corner position, you're gonna get nicked up sometimes with soft tissue and things like that. So to have three guys who can all go and be corner one is amazing. And I think we've been gelling great this season.
And just one quick, with you and JOK in the same rookie class, are you excited about him too? Just what you've seen and where he can go?
Nah, for sure. He's one of the best football players, period, that I've played with, honestly. And this is my first year playing with him, but he's a guy who could do it all. He can play linebacker, he can go rush the passer. He doesn't miss too many tackles. Like he's going to be a beast. He's already had a stellar rookie season, but I definitely can't wait to grow with him on the field and see his accomplishments as well.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thanks, Marla. Next up is Daryl Ryder.
Yeah, Greg, just what's your biggest takeaway from your rookie year? What was the, I guess, most important lesson that you had to learn, or something that when you came in as a rookie you weren't expecting?
Honestly, just a lot of adversity that we felt that we faced this season. Obviously didn't have the record we wanted and things like that, but we faced a ton of adversity with guys going down, COVID, so just really just fighting through adversity and, just keep going, staying positive and learning that although losing is not okay, you have to be able to, flip to next week and learn and be ready to play again next week because, you lose 5, 6, 7 games, you still can get in the playoffs. Unlike college where, you lose 1 or 2 games, your playoff hopes are over. So that's also something that I learned as well.
And could you touch on your kind of partnership here with Denzel in that secondary, him having a Pro Bowl year? What did you learn from him this year?
Man, I learned a ton from him, just how to be a pro in general. But the biggest thing I learned from him, I said it before, is just every single day, just find one thing to focus on in practice to get better at that day. And then, as you do that throughout the season, you'll see yourself jumping and becoming more confident and things like that out there on the field. So that's probably the biggest takeaway that I learned from him. And just to be a pro all the time, you got to practice how you play. Can't take a practice off at all.
Thanks, Daryl. Cam, Justice, you're up.
Hey, Greg. I actually asked you about this about midway through the season, about where you were evaluating yourself and your growth in your rookie year. And you said one of the areas you wanted to focus on were your ball skills. And you thought you grew in that at that point, but that was something you wanted to continue growing. I'm curious for you, with 1 game left and then you approaching your year 2, what does that look like for you? What does year 2 look like for you in terms of growth and areas that you would like to see yourself maybe improve upon that you started work this season on?
Yeah, I think it's a lot of it has to do with just confidence. Like I said, before I got hurt, before I had the concussion, I think I was trending upwards again with just confidence and being comfortable out there. And I think last game showed just, how comfortable I'm getting out there on the field. And I think the turnovers and things like that, that'll come definitely just from film study, things like that. But just catching footballs all the time is huge just because at practice, DBs and defense don't catch the football enough. So you have to be able to do it on your own, catch it in positions you normally won't be in and things like that just to prepare for in the game. So that's something that I'm definitely looking to improve on as well going into next season.
Thanks, Kim. Dan Lobby, go ahead.
Hey, Greg, on Monday night, we saw the Steelers kind of go at you a little bit, especially with Chase, and you made a few plays on him. When you're going against a guy like that, who's like 6'4", 6'5", first of all, do you like when a team targets you that much? And then secondly, how do you kind of deal with a guy that big?
Do I like it? I could say yes, because then I get to, play the ball, get a few stats, but also it's a sign of disrespect that they come at you that much as well. So it's a you could take it either way. But, going against a guy like that is fun, a bigger guy who I know they're going to throw a lot of, jump balls to. He's not going to run too many comebacks, things like that. He's going to run a lot of fades, slants. So, going against a guy like that is fun. And that's a guy you just got to be physical right with him, and you just can't back down from him.
And then I know Joe really wanted to cross-train you at nickel, and we saw you play that a little bit, especially with Troy out. How do you think that's going to help you kind of in your career moving forward?
Yeah, it's going to help me a lot. This is going to teach me, it allows me to see the game with a different lens. Being inside, you're able to see more. You'll be able to be a part of the game a lot more. I feel like sometimes as corners, you're on the outside, and maybe if you're not getting targeted, you feel like you're not a part of the game too much. But I feel like in the slot, you're able to control a lot more. You're able to play around with the quarterback, get in there and make a few tackles. So that was something that I kind of, prided myself coming into draft process, was just being able to showcase my versatility. And I think Coach Woods has done a tremendous job putting me in position to show that on the field.
Thanks, Dan. Scott Petrick, go ahead.
Hey, Greg, just how tough was it suffering that concussion, especially the way it happened right at the end of the practice and then having to miss those games? Yeah,
no, it was super tough. Do I regret trying to go make the play on the football? No, because that's just how I play. Whether it's practice or the game, like I said, I play like I practice, and I practice like I play. So it was definitely tough, but that's a part of football. That's a part of the game. Obviously, no one was hoping I got hurt or anything like that. I just have to kind of sit back and just watch my team play and just kind of reflect on my game. So, when I'm able to go again, that I was going to not miss a beat. And I feel like I did a pretty good job with just staying in tune with the game plan, staying ready. So then when it's my turn again, then I'll be ready to go.
And then you talked about Denzel, but is him as a player, what impresses you most?
Everything. He could do it all, literally. I mean, he could play man, he could play zone. You're not going to find pretty much a better corner in the NFL than Denzel Ward. He's a leader by the way he plays and things like that. But I honestly feel like he doesn't have a flaw in his game. Like I say, he can play press, he can play off. He has tremendous ball skills. As you've seen him getting pick sixes, return skills are good. So I feel like he doesn't have a flaw in his game.
Thank you, Scott. Tony Grossi, you're up.
Hey, Greg, I know interceptions are random and all that, but what would it mean to you to get that first one in this last game?
That would be amazing. Obviously, like I talked to Denzel about, I was like, man, I feel like I just can't, like it's just not coming for some. He said it'll come eventually, but it'll be amazing to end the year, with an interception or maybe a few interceptions if I can. So that'll definitely be a good time if I can get one last game.
And this thing called the rookie wall, did you ever hit it? Did you ever experience it, or that little break with your time off, did that counter it, kind of like?
Yeah, I feel like it countered it, and also like I think we had a bye week at the perfect time. Like when I started feeling like, oh man, we still got 5-6 more games. We had a bye week, week 13. So we were able to get some time off, which was perfect. So honestly, like mentally, physically, like I was obviously like, dang, we got some games left, especially when my guys were finishing up in school. But I was still locked in, ready to go each and every week.
Thanks, Tony. We'll take two more. Nate Ulrich, Mary Kay Cabot. Nate.
Hey, Greg, just kind of following up on that question about the concussion. You ended up on the COVID list right after that. So how frustrating was that? And like, were you cleared from the concussion at any point that you would have been able to come back for a game, but then you couldn't because of the COVID list? I'm unsure of the timing on that.
So yeah, that was super frustrating. Obviously, catching as soon as I wasn't cleared yet Green Bay week, but like I was starting to finally, run around. So I was in like phase 3 of the process, phase 2 or phase 3 of the process. So I had to kind of finish some tests and things like that. So I'm not sure if I would have been able to play Green Bay. It was still questionable up in the air, and I haven't really practiced at all. So who knows if I would have played or not, but it was definitely super frustrating.
Okay. And just, as a corner, you're always studying receivers. I know that. You come in here and you have Jarvis Landry as a teammate. What kind of impressions did you get from Jarvis?
Yeah, he's a pro. Like he's one of the biggest competitors that I have been around. I remember the first time I got to guard him, this was during camp early in the season, and I knocked the ball down and he had fell, and I tried to help him up, and he like hit my hand down. And I was like, okay, this is the type of teammate, this is the type of guy that I want. Like, he's a competitor. He's gonna push you to the limits. After practice, he's talking to me, on how I can be better, how I can be a better leader, things that you should, things you shouldn't do. So, Jarvis Landry is the ultimate teammate and the ultimate competitor for sure.
Thanks, Nate. Final one, Mary Kay Cabot.
Yeah, Greg, just wondering about you and JOK, you two guys coming in here together, rookie defenders, and, just how do you think he did this season as well? And then how does the future look on defense with you two guys kind of carrying the banner going forward?
Yeah, first on just how I think he did, I think he played tremendous. Honestly, if he doesn't get that injury, I think we're having a debate of who's going to win Defensive Rookie of the Year between him and Micah Parsons. Honestly, he was playing unbelievable before the injury, and he was playing great, after the injury as well. But just going forward, that's just something, that we're going to try to do. Just try to insert and be more, leaders out there. Obviously, as a rookie, you're trying to find your way through the league. You're trying to find what to do, what not to do. But it's definitely great to know that, I'll have him with me here for my entire time. Then obviously I'll still have guys like Denzel Ward and Myles Garrett, and having some guys in the back end with me. Like, it's definitely going to be fun just developing and growing with a player like Jeremiah.